Now, granted, nothing is going to be the same. Things change over time. But when we were all coming up, All-Star Game was crazy. Dudes, they competed, they went at it. The dunk contest was something because you had some of the bigger names, etc. And that was cool. And things have changed since then. Last night we had a dunk contest, and Miami's Keshad Johnson won the dunk contest. And he hit some cool dunks, and all right, it was all great, whatever. But like, here's some of the names that were in this dunk contest, and it sucks for these guys because they're out there doing their best to put on a show for the fans, but no one really cares because you don't have a name involved that you could really gravitate to, right? So Keshad Johnson, Carter Bryant, Jackson Hayes, Jace Richardson. Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast Live. We have a great show for you here on this Sunday morning, and we are going to do what we do. Of course, first things first. Transformer. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Okay, I'm about to say, dang. First things first, how you doing, bros?
Maintaining, man. Maintaining. The first of many Sundays without football for the foreseeable future. But we good though. We're good though. We still got some good stuff, man. We good.
Why you gotta do that, man?
I'm sorry, man.
One job. I'm
just saying.
Not bring up the inevitable.
That's all right though. It'll be back and better than ever, right? College, pro, all of it. Can't wait.
Yeah, I know.
We talking about how we already missed football, man.
Yes, we are talking about that.
Yes. What are we gonna do with ourselves, man?
Yo,
we're gonna turn into like other podcasts, man. We're gonna talk about LeBron every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Any other night.
I know some
you'd be at home waiting on.
We're definitely gonna do that today, but that's not the point.
The way we get to 10,000 subs,
talk about
LeBron that every day.
You would get to 10,000 subs, unfortunately.
That did happen a lot faster.
But you would be doing it the sleazy way, though.
That's right.
We know about hard work. Grind mode.
Grind mode for sure. Sneed was good, my man.
What up, man? It's good to be here, bro.
No doubt. Maintaining.
Sneed got what you need.
Yes, sir.
Holler if you hear me.
Holler.
And let's give a shout out to the channel members, and we'll come back, hit the spiel, and then we'll rock and roll. Coach T was good. Any of y'all want to hear Coach T, host of the Be Ready Sports Podcast? He's got a very interesting mini series that he's starting. Go check it out on his channel. I just watched the first episode yesterday. Good stuff. And I'll say this real quick. I was really impressed. He was just taking a walk and talking. He was coming off the dome with that stuff. And I thought that was official because,
bro, he cooked for like 30 minutes, bro.
Freestyle.
Yeah.
Joe Murray, that's me. I got to do all my prep and cut all my sound and all that stuff. Nah, Coach T just brought it. And I love that. I respect that. So shout out to him. Shout out. It's Not That Serious. Chief Sid Bubba, shout out to you. Appreciate everything you've done for our great nation. Appreciate what you do for this channel. And of course, shout out to the boys from Annapolis.
Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. Bruce hates this song too much because the Navy keep beating the Army. Order arms.
Yes, sir. I do not have the disease of me, just in case y'all were wondering.
Yes, sir.
I'm okay. I work with my teammates and we make it happen as a team. Baltimore Brews was good. Steve in the chat was good. Nino was popping. Sneed got what you need, of course, here with us. And Micah, New York City stand up. All right.
Parsons.
Yes. Let's go ahead and hit the spiel. We'll be right back to get into these topics. Yeah. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us a like, leave us a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. Make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the content we're delivering you, make sure you hit that join button. There's going to be exclusive content here just for you.
Ooh,
Y'all know what it is.
you know what to do. Hit that like hit that like button.
Yo, all right, let's get to it. Quick hits. Transformer, let's kick it off, man. Yo.
Is it though?
Oh, yeah, because
Is it?
Yes, it is. Go ahead, man.
What you mean? Go ahead. I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. I thought this. Okay, well, actually,
I'm gonna watch the game today.
Actually proves I watched the dunk contest this morning while I was prepping the show.
I mean,
I'm so damn sorry to hear that.
I saw the dunks, but
right. Yeah, I rewatched it. It was
shout out Dame Lillard though.
Yeah.
Shout out Dame.
All right, so let's go ahead. So, all right, NBA All-Star Weekend 2026 is this weekend. Is happening in LA at the Clippers' home facility, the Intuit Dome, which is freaking amazing. Steve Ballmer got a lot of bread. I think he financed that completely on his own. That's a very rich dude. Yeah,
that Microsoft money
came out of the baby pocket.
Yeah. Him and Stan Kroenke are like the two richest owners. Them dude got a lot of paper. Yeah. All right, but yeah. So we have, and then like there's a number of storylines going on here, right? Obviously, we know that the All-Star game has been having problems for years now. Slam dunk contest has been having problems for years now. The 3-point shootout is now taken over as the main event of All-Star Saturday night, which is crazy. Yeah, marquee event. Thank you. Of All-Star Saturday night, which is crazy, but it was the most entertaining, which unfortunately is sad. But let's start there, right? 3-point shootout. Shout out to Dame Lillard, one of only three-time champions, right? And that's Craig Hodges, Larry Legend, and Dame Lillard. So shout out to him. He came back, obviously still recovering from the Achilles injury, and went and did his thing. Knipple, shout out to him. He made the finals, 27 in the first round. He was hot. He was knocking him down. But
bro,
yeah, for sure. In the final, I think he only had 17. So when the lights got bright, for sure, Dame time. Yeah.
It's like it's time, baby.
Yeah, man. And but man, Dame and Devin Booker, boy, hell of a shootout, boy. Hell of a shootout.
Devin got cold on the biggest rack, the money rack. I was like, oh no, Devin, no.
That's an interesting point, Renee, and we are going to get to some discussion on that. Yeah,
it's because of LeBron.
We'll get there. Chill. Not completely.
Okay, everything ain't because of LeBron, y'all.
No, but LeBron plays. Okay, let's keep it simple, and we'll dig into it some more later. Pause. But let's keep it simple. People follow influential people. Would you say that's the case?
No.
Wait, people don't follow influential people?
No.
Being an influential person?
No.
Really? Okay.
I don't think Transformers bending on this one. No,
I'm not. Pause. I'm not doing nothing on this one. But go ahead. Devin Booker and Damian Lillard had a great shootout. Yes.
Right. Devin Booker and Devin Booker and Knipple and Dame Lillard, Dame Dollar, had a great shootout, and it came down to Devin Booker and Dame Dollar, and I think Devin Booker, he could have won, and he missed the last money ball. So that was
missed the last three.
Did he miss the last three?
Yeah, he missed. He missed the last three.
The last one could have won it for him, right?
Either one would have tied.
Any of them.
Okay,
right,
so there you go. Right. So he came up short, but it was really entertaining. It was a heck of a shootout. It was cool.
Yeah.
So we watched that, and it was good. So I think one of the bigger issues here is this, right? One of the bigger issues is we've been hearing all the complaints about the All-Star game, about guys not playing hard, and guys,
we Euro step in the dunk contest, or we just gonna make that part?
Well,
I just want to know, because I'm gladly I would Euro it.
It was all gonna get there.
Oh, okay,
let's do
got it.
So and that's what we were talking about, the 3-point contest taking over his marquee event.
Got it.
And the dunk contest, not the dunk contest, the game itself being problematic, but the whole weekend is just like, it's not the same, right? Now, granted, nothing is going to be the same. Things change over time. But when we were all coming up, All-Star game was crazy. Dudes, they competed, they went at it. the dunk contest was something because you had some of the bigger names, etc. And that was cool. And things have changed since then. Last night we had a dunk contest, and Miami's Keshad Johnson won the dunk contest, and he hit some cool dunks, and all right, it was all great, whatever. But like, here's some of the names that were in this dunk contest, and it sucks for these guys because they're out there doing their best to put on a show for the fans, but no one really cares because you don't have a name involved that you could really gravitate to, right? So Keshad Johnson, Carter Bryant, Jackson Hayes, Jace Richardson. And I was like, right? Like, like there's just nothing to call you into watching that. And so this is where some of the LeBron stuff comes in, right? Now, Transformer wants to deny it, but influential people play a role in what other people do in said organization, right? We can take it out of sports and go all different places, right? You could talk MLK or Malcolm X, or you could talk on a historical level, Napoleon Bonaparte, Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, wherever you want to take it. People follow the actions and the verbiage of influential people. That is what it is. Now, you cannot say, I cannot say it's LeBron's fault that the dunk contest is where it is. I can't say that. Can I say LeBron's absence has
contributed?
There is a clear correlation, not causation, but a clear correlation between LeBron's absence, never having participated in the dunk contest, and other big name players since then not having participated in the dunk contest. Yeah.
Do you think LeBron is a good dunker?
He's not.
Yes. And the reason I say that, hold on. First of all, did I say that I believe he could go out and win a dunk contest? No, but he is a good dunker. Reason I say that, if we remember, this same guy that was talking, oh yeah, I'm going to compete in the dunk contest. Then he didn't do it. Then he's in the layup line throwing at Bronny's school, throwing the ball off the wall and doing these crazy dunks. Remember all that? He's doing crazy dunks in the layup line with the Miami Heat, etc. So you can do all that, but you can't go out and perform for the fans. Really, do you want to win the dunk contest if you enter? Yes. Is it going to be the end of the world if you don't? No, because you're going out there to try and give the fans a show.
Oh,
that's the bigger thing. It's not.
No.
Oh, no, what?
Because them Jordan lovers that love rubbing baby oil on bald heads would have went crazy over it. Your GOAT couldn't even win the dunk contest. Oh, it would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. It's crazy as there are LeBron lovers, there are some Jordan lovers too, Bruce.
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying.
They would have used it.
I'm going to speak for me. That's all I can do.
Okay, that's fair.
I wouldn't have used that because I don't like. It's cool that you win a dunk contest. I wouldn't have used that as some right. I wouldn't have. I don't think that's like an extra freaking. All right, cool.
Pelt on the wall, yeah.
Right. Like, Blake Griffin is better than Charles Barkley because he won a dunk contest. Really? You hear how stupid that sounds? You know what I'm saying? Like, so no, I personally would not have used that. I think that's absurd. But the point is, go out there and put on a show for the fans, right? You're an all-star. You'd be upset if the fans didn't vote you an all-star, right? They did. Go out there, put on a show for them. So
what I tell you at the beginning of the show,
correlation, not causation. Go ahead, Sneak.
What did I tell you at the beginning of the show?
What did you tell me?
They don't care. They don't care. The fans are peons. They don't care.
Yeah, no,
they want the relationship between the player and the fan is so conditional. They want the fans to celebrate them. They want them to vote them in. They want them to uplift their status. They want them to speak about their legend. They want them to talk about how great they are every moment of the day. But they won't do for them. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about the All-Star game. The All-Star game is always about fans. It's actually part of the progress of the league.
Right.
This is why the NBA is in the situation that it's in. Because fans want access to the players. The players don't want to give the fans access on their terms. They want it on their own terms. They want to give you access on a podcast. They want you far. They want you at distance. All-Star is like close access, right? And I think, unfortunately, the degradation of All-Star Weekend is specifically because of the disconnect from the fans. They don't do for the fans.
Right.
But you don't
Sure.
look, me and MMA, every fighter thanks fans after the fights. And the fans endear themselves to the fighters forever. A legacy fighter walks up, and hangs out at the fight. Standing ovations for a guy who fought 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Because of the respect.
Even amateur wrestling, that's why they leave when they retire. They leave their boots, or I don't know what you call them, their wrestling.
Yeah, gloves. And then the MMA fighters do with their gloves after they retire.
Why? Because they're showing the love and respect to the fans that they've been performing for all of these years. Yes, do they want to perform for their own greatness and their own achievement? Of course. But they know that the fans are who they're doing it for.
These players are going to learn the hard way that they didn't move the way they wanted their outcomes. Like what they're going to get later down the line. They're going to see their flaky behaviors are going to come back and they're going to be like, why don't you guys love me like you loved Bird? Why don't you guys love me like you guys loved MJ? Like you guys loved Kareem? Like you guys loved Will? Why don't you guys love me like that? I did this, that, and the third. They're going to learn because you distance yourself from the fans.
Yeah, for sure.
That's on you. They'll learn. They'll learn.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, so here's the thing, right? So people say, oh, Bruce, you just a hater. You want to blame LeBron for everything. Cool. But I think we can all agree KG is a top 20 player of all time at lowest, right? I think we can all agree he's a top 20 player of all time. So we remember, you good with that, Transformer?
I'm just trying to think of names.
I think he's probably between 15 and 20. That's kind of where I got him.
KG, Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett is look how many All-Stars, how many All-Pros, all defense, champion, league MVP. How many guys have that? They're always in the top 20.
Yeah. Plus the skill set. It's all there. I don't think he's
got it. Resume's
so
good.
he was kind of the first guy to really come out and say, like, yo, LeBron is the reason that this thing is gone the direction that it's gone. And I didn't consider that hate. He was talking, he presented it from a different angle in terms of guys passing the torch forward, right? Obviously, Dr. J to Magic and Bird to Mike, Mike to, I don't know, Kobe, right? Kobe to theoretically to LeBron. And he's talking about, when Kobe's in the crowd slapping the floor in the All-Star game, telling LeBron, let's go, and LeBron not accepting the challenge. It stopped right there. And then, again, everything is not 100% LeBron's fault, but there is clear correlation. Again, not causation, people, correlation. There's correlation between LeBron and the way he moved and the degradation of what we all used to love so much. This foundational, right? So I was listening to Ticket in the Truth, and he had there's a clip here I'm going to play. It's not very long. And Tony Allen was on there as well. And I'm not going to play him, talking about LeBron ruining it. We've all heard that. But this was interesting because one of the things we've heard is that there are so many different events going on at All-Star Weekend that the guys are too tired to go out and compete for the actual game. And I was like, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about it that way. Here's KG's response to that, which I thought was somewhat thoughtful, but also interesting. Check it out.
This I want to know. For All-Star Week, I ain't never been All-Star. But what I've heard, I hear y'all do a lot of stuff. Y'all go do a lot of events. Y'all sign a lot of autographs. If you take a lot of that, your corporate stuff away, is the game a little more entertaining because you guys not as fatigued?
So let me go ahead and give everybody a quick financial lesson on the NBA 101
Spit
right
it
here.
to us.
Okay, so all that corporate stuff actually pays you. Okay, so all the corporate events that you got to go to, it's in the bylaws of the understanding of the investment. So you get paid $75 million a year, $50 million a year, $62 million a year. Okay, go put a tree in the ground for an hour, nigga. Go plant some grass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a community event. This is corporate. This is a partnership. So it's a business that has to go here. When we show up to the All-Star game, this is our event. This is like our Oscars. This is like our Emmys. This is our Grammys. This is where we go and get celebrated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it's there for. It's a bunch of bread for you as an All-Star to go around that whole 3 days, 4 days and get paid. Pia tell you this, right? And then you get to actually promote your brand and what you're doing. And every outlet is there. The mindset now is like, damn, I got to go play another game. And, oh, man. Bro, niggas don't look at All-Star game like it is.
All right, so that was interesting. I had never heard it presented that way, but now when he says it, it makes a lot of sense. By the way, if anybody heard it and is offended by the language in that, pardon me. Y'all know I'm not with the N-word, but, you know, I didn't have time to bleep that out. So pardon me for playing that.
That's what felt weird about it. Okay. I knew something felt weird.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. What's happening?
That's KG. You know how KG gets.
Hey, boy,
KG lets it fly, bro.
That boy, he let it fly. That boy is the young disciple of the N-word on the NBA. Love you, young disciple boy. You know you my boy.
Hey, his last call was solid, bro. No lie.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, he didn't say, you know what? I don't think he said it once that time.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah.
No, but so I like what KG presented there and saying that, like, yo, the N-word can be a staple in Black culture, but it's all right. We're not gonna. That's a whole nother discussion. I'm not gonna. All right, but so I like the way KG presented that, basically saying like, okay, you're doing all this stuff. This is for you as well as for the league, and he's also saying that shouldn't also be an excuse for why you can't go out there and compete. You know, so it's really Transformer. Stop playing with that woman, man. Go down there acting a fool, man. What's
Stop
fool?
playing with you, man. Stop acting like a fool.
Now your lips are glossy.
Oh, my lips glossy.
Uh-huh.
My lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool. Oh, where's my keys? My bad. I gotta be a husband real quick, y'all.
Yeah, handle that. But yeah, so I like the way that KG presented that, because he let it. He shows that even though there's all this stuff going on, you can benefit from it as well. But that shouldn't be an excuse for you not going out there and performing, right? So, all right, that's the first piece. So now, obviously, we've had different media things going on, et cetera, right? So Anthony Edwards, he had his opportunity to speak. KD had his opportunity to speak. So I have two clips from KD. The first is KD earlier in the week before All-Star Weekend started, and then yesterday during the media time. So I'm going to play the first one, and then I'm going to show you something in response to that, because Edward, among others, say they like what KD had to say. But the fact is, as usual, KD is extremely disingenuous. But we're going to go ahead. So let's start here.
Here we go.
You should ask the Europeans if the world team if they want to compete. Because when you look at Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic now, let's go back and look at what they do in the All-Star game. Is that competition? So we haven't questioned what they've been doing, but we're going to question the old heads and the Americans. But these two dudes out there, Luka and Jokic, they don't care about the game at all. These dudes be laying on the floor, they shoot from half court, but you got to worry about the old heads playing hard. I can read between the lines, bro. And I'm just thinking a lot of times, I'm just saying that I can read between the lines. And it's not just about you, it's just an overall topic that everybody's talking about. You just have to ask me that question.
All right, so I know a lot of things. I know a lot of things have changed, but I'm kind of frustrated with the modern media, because don't get me wrong, I've been in pressers and sometimes they say funny things, but it seems like the modern media, NBA media especially, is so much on just glazing the players and not really doing the job and pushing back, right? Because when he's like, ask the Europeans, Jokic and Luka. And really, Jokic and Luka don't play in the All-Star game any differently than they play in any other game, right? They don't defend in any other game. They're not super athletic in any other game. They don't really hustle in any other game. So do you expect it to be any different in the All-Star game? It's the same thing. And I find it interesting that the same people who have the freaking Jokic knee pads on now agree with KD because he's saying what he's saying. But let's really get into this. Right?
I'm sorry.
Let's get into this a little bit. KD said that Jokic and Luka are lying down, right? You heard him say that, right?
Yeah.
They're lying down in the All-Star game. Okay, hold on.
20 points for Giannis, first-time All-Star of the Milwaukee Bucks by way of Athens, Greece, and comes up with a steal. And takes all the way with Curry just looking to get out of the way.
Yeah, smart decision there by Steph.
So we literally just watched Steph Curry lay down in the middle of the floor. So what was that, KD? So see, this is where I be getting upset with some of these reporters and some of these lying players, right? You talking about people laying down, Steph just literally, we saw it, right? Literally just laid down in the middle of the paint. But they get upset when quote unquote old head haters like myself want them to compete in these games. And, well, it's just different now. It's not going to be the same. They're not going to go hard like that. Really? Really? But so then you lie and no one in that room pushes back on that? Nah, that's a no-go. That's a bad look. That's a bad look. But okay, got you. So then we have the next commentary from Kevin Durant, and this was at the media day yesterday. So let's check out what he had to say here.
You've always been identified as a student of the game. I'm just curious, what are you studying now that you weren't studying at the age of, let's say, 23?
The last couple of weeks, no lie, I've watched probably the intro and at least the first quarter of every All-Star game from like the 70s up until like late 90s. And I wanted to see what the big deal was and if it was really that much intensity like Game 7, like y'all said it was back then, and it wasn't. and you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, but that's usually what I tend to watch the 60s, 70s, that stuff, you know, now they got it all on YouTube, you know, so I can go back and take a peek at the historians of the game and the people that laid the foundation down for us. But I've been watching All-Star games, and the intensity the older generation have been talking about, I don't know if I've seen it, you know.
That's how you really feel.
He's quickly becoming so unlikable. If you watch the end of those All-Star games, those guys wanted to win so bad and not look stupid and silly and compete. Kevin Durant is quickly becoming unlikable to the point where like we know about the burner accounts. Now he's just like, whatever. I'm just going to say any type of shit. And you know what? Honestly, bro, I just watched that special he did with Hakeem.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Very good.
See it. You saw it, Bruce?
Yeah, of course I saw it.
It's
incredible.
What?
Incredible.
Yeah,
incredible.
He paid homage, very respectful, etc. Yeah.
Bro, did you see the respect that Hakeem had for KD?
Yes. Mm-hmm. But
he made KD better than he actually is.
But the old heads only hate on the young players, right? Yeah, that's what they say. Mm-hmm. So let's be clear, Sneed. I like what you say. You said Kevin Durant is quickly becoming unlikable. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Kevin Durant is out here lying. We saw him lie multiple times. We saw him lie about, it's the Europeans that are laying down on the floor. Well, we got it on wax. It's not. We just saw him lying about how, first of all, he started the lie when he said, we said that the All-Star games in the past were Game 7 playoff intensity. Who said that? Nobody said that. What we said was they played harder and they competed. Think about it. Have you ever heard Magic talk about the All-Star games in the 80s? Have you ever heard him talk about that? Because he said, we wanted to win. We were from the West. We wanted to win. He said, and you know me, I was going at Bird. So I had to win.
Personal
thing.
So personal pride. Personal you treat it like an accomplishment in a way, right? Like asserting yourself as the guy. Notice all this stuff is intrinsic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to use big words. It's internal. It has to do with them personally in their own mind. This is what I need to do for me to satisfy my level of achievement. I want this for me because it's important to me. I need the approval of the fans. I need the approval of the people that know hoops, the lifers. They expect a standard.
Yes.
Oh, no, not standards. Oh, expectations. Get the hell out of here, bro. Get that. Nope. Accountability. What?
No. Right? Yeah. So, we see the disingenuousness off top. Not even disingenuousness, the flat out lies, right? Easy to debunk. Y'all know me. I don't play. When I catch somebody lying, I call it out. That's easy work, right? And we can prove it. So he says that he misquotes somebody and says that we said that the All-Star games back in the day were Game 7 intensity. Not true. Then he said he didn't see it, but we all know. We heard Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady talking about it on their pod, whatever the Cousins podcast or whatever, talking about how in the first half, they would kind of feel it out, but they would play. And then in the second half, they would really start going in, right? Because also everybody wanted the money, the winner's part of the money as well. But they also wanted bragging rights, right? Think about it. Even on the Dream Team, the greatest team ever assembled, the first Dream Team, the greatest team ever assembled. Yeah, I said it. There's the stories about in practice how this is Mike coming off of a championship against Drexler and the Bulls, and they still going at each other in freaking Dream Team practice. Magic talking about how Charles Barkley and Karl Malone going at each other in Dream Team practice. Like the competitive flair and fire was there. It was so different. But I don't know. It's a very strange phenomenon. But now also I got a clip from Anthony Edwards. This is him answering a couple of questions in his media session, which is very frustrating to me because people talk about Ant Edwards possibly being the face of the league and how he seems to have it and the competitiveness that was lacking in old. And I'm like, I don't know, but let's hear what he has to say.
You were part of that the Paris Olympics, very intense gold medal game. Do you think with this world versus USA format that level of intensity can be duplicated in any way?
No.
Tell us why.
Tell you why. I mean, that was the Olympics. Yeah. And it's just that simple, yeah.
To Timothy Parker, question. Everybody's talking about how the All-Star game is not as competitive as it used to be. Is that something that's on your mind? Are y'all going to give more effort this year, or is it kind of like it is what it is at this point?
Yeah, it is what it is at this point.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bro, he doesn't care about these questions.
Exactly.
The body language is total disregard, bro.
Yeah, that's what I thought too when I saw it. Go ahead, Transform.
This is another reason why I get a little frustrated when people blame LeBron for this. How?
Go ahead.
How are we blaming LeBron for this? LeBron never said this. He never acted this. This is a proponent of the next generation, post LeBron, Kobe, and them boys going this direction. Them boys don't want to play. Them boys don't want to do this. That's not a LeBron thing.
You say that, Trent.
You say it's a LeBron thing, you got to blame LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Dwight Howard, Carmelo, Dwayne Wade. You got to blame all of them.
But
It's
LeBron,
not just a LeBron thing.
But LeBron, as y'all are so quick to constantly remind me, he's at the top of that list, right? He's at the top, the Mount Rushmore, whatever. He is the guy, as everyone is so quick to remind me, the face of the league for the past 20 years at least, right?
And that's fair.
So with that, when you are an extremely influential person, people will follow your lead that you set the table, they're going to eat. And then that next generation, unfortunately, will often take it to the next level.
Okay.
LeBron is 100% responsible. We're saying he plays a mega role in this.
And so did Kobe.
Are you?
So did Kobe. Because when did the All-Star game start going bad? When? Can anybody definitively give me a year?
It's been at least 10 years.
So 10 years. Let's just use 10 years. 2026.
What do you think?
So that means 2016.
Yeah, it's 10 years.
2016.
Mm-hmm.
So 2016. Where was Kobe?
Finished.
Still in the league. 2016
was his final year, right? He was
final
done.
year. So
I don't think.
So that means every player.
Maybe.
No, I think he did play in 2016.
Yeah.
That was they voted him in.
They get Mm-hmm.
They gave it to him, right? So if we're blaming this on Kobe, on LeBron, we got to blame it on Kobe. Because as influential as Kobe was, what was Kobe's most influential saying? The Mamba mentality.
Mm-hmm.
So that means for 5 to 6 years while he's been expressing this Mamba mentality, 2016, that following should have kept that going. Am I correct?
So again, this is what we talk about. I don't think you're correct because this is what we talk about when we were saying how
not? Because you just said when you're top dog,
answer you.
You're top dog, your influence matters. So
Yes.
at this point, Kobe had no influence.
No, not none. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. I don't think you remember that was the whole thing I was talking about. How when Kevin Garnett was talking earlier about how Kobe tried to pass that mantle to LeBron, and LeBron didn't take it the way he should have, right? So that he could pass it on to the next guys, right? But what he did was his mentality was taken the wrong way. And so we're seeing the fruit of that tree that was planted by him, right? Again, not 100% his fault, partly his fault. Clear correlation. Correlation does not equal causation. We understand that. But clear correlation between LeBron and the way he moves and the way what we're seeing now. I don't understand all that.
Name me what All-Star game did LeBron stop giving a damn during the play? Which game did he just start going belligerent, laying down, and just bullshit on the court? Because you guys aren't being 100. You're not being 100.
No,
you're saying influence. What game did LeBron James stop balling out? Stop, just start acting a damn fool the whole game. Give it to me.
What? No. What you're doing?
That's influence. No, influence is what you do. You said that. You said what you do. When did LeBron do that?
Transformer. Listen, what I'm saying. There's levels of things, right? There's levels of things. I don't actually have to watch someone specifically do something to go and do something similar, right? Do I have to absolutely see? Now, if I see you, yeah, that's part of the influence. But generally, okay, let's say hypothetically, I am, let's say I'm in the mob, right? And I'm a mob associate. And I didn't see my capo go out and shoot somebody or rob somebody, right? But there's a level of influence, and I know that moving in that way is going to get me closer to where I want to be in the mob. I didn't have to see him do it to be influenced by that behavior and that lifestyle. You don't always have to directly watch someone do something. So to act as if LeBron in general didn't have any influence on what we're seeing now, that's disingenuous. Am I saying that he laid down on the floor and didn't do anything? No, I'm not saying that. But if we are saying that his overall lack of seriousness and intensity in these arenas doesn't play a role, come on, man. Nah. Can't see that.
So I'm looking back at all these All-Star weekends.
Okay.
At that time, LeBron is one of the highest scorers and high performers in all of them.
Why, Transformer? Because the other guys ain't playing.
So again, Sneed, thank you for saying that.
Right.
Because LeBron is playing. So I'm trying to figure out how is this LeBron is out there. Okay, I'm about to put up 30 on y'all regardless.
So if
y'all want to start bullshitting, how is that LeBron's fault?
I think what Bruce is saying is it became a cultural thing, right? Because it was okayed by a lot of these guys. It was, bro, it's been years since anybody played defense and competed on that side. So if a guy drops 30, it's like, whatever. I mean, there was no resistance. We just saw Steph laying down on the floor. Bruce is saying, well, this is LeBron era. So it's happening now.
So it's his era is his fault.
Why is it we want to say this dude is the face of the league for how many years? Cool, fine. We want to say he's this, he's that, he's the leader. Okay, cool, fine. He's the leader for everything except when it doesn't work out in his favor. Why?
Because you would have to do what he's doing.
Okay.
I still don't get it.
Look, Bruce,
a lot of greats are playing at this time. 2016, I'm seeing Kevin Durant, Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, James Harden, Anthony Davis, LaMarcus Aldridge, Draymond Green, Kyle Lowry, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade. Why is it only on LeBron?
Okay, so can we definitively say this? That neither LeBron nor anyone else in the NBA is willing to change the culture about All-Star games.
That's a fair.
Can we definitively say that?
Because when we just say LeBron, you have to pinpoint LeBron.
Transformer. All right, let's try this, right? Let's try this. Let's say, okay, I'm not gonna say you, I'm gonna say me. God forbid, Ben goes out here and he start wilding out on the street, right? Committing crimes and doing all type of BS, right? He comes from a 2-parent home, cool. And he's acting up, et cetera, et cetera. They're not gonna say the whole family. They're gonna blame Ben's father, right? They're going to blame the leader. They're gonna blame the main person. That's how this works. I couldn't think of a more simple analogy, but that's how this works.
You're talking about, you're comparing parenthood to a bunch of grown men.
I'm talking about leadership. That's what I'm doing. Leaders get blamed for things.
So leaders
are the ones who, hold on.
Leaders. The NBA is full of leaders, not one leader. Jordan was never the overall leader. Kobe was never the overall leader. They were the best player.
What I'm saying is the people, I'm not saying you necessarily, but the people who want to cape for LeBron don't get to talk about he's this, he's that. He did so much for the league. He lifted the league up. He's the face of the league, da-da-da, right? All that. They want to give him credit for everything. But when it comes to the things, unfortunately, that weren't great under his stewardship, all of a sudden it's how, right? Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. literally, he reported, right? He reported that, what was it, a couple years ago when the All-Star game was in Indianapolis, when they scored like 200 points each or whatever, and it was so crazy that the scoreboard couldn't keep the score anymore. When that happened, before that game, Dr. J and I think Big O and Larry Bird went into the locker room and tried to talk to the players about having pride and going out and competing. And LeBron James gave them the side eye and looked at all the other players like, yo, we gonna do, right? And then they went out and laid that egg. So like, I'm not saying everything is LeBron's fault, but it is ridiculous to not lay some of the blame at his feet for this when he is the guy.
It's fine. That's fine. He's there. He's part of the whole calculus. It's all a thing. That's valid. That's fine.
But
I don't understand how we
because
exclude him for this.
I'm not trying to exclude anybody. I'm not finna pinpoint one person. That's what I'm pointing to. I'm not finna pinpoint one person. You can't, because then you have to blame Kobe. You have to blame all of the other superstars that were playing during that time. Because if Kobe's influence was that strong of the Mamba mentality, that would have carried over. Because we're talking 2015, 2016. Kobe's still playing. Kobe's legend is still going.
Right, but a shell of himself at this point. And so
his legend is still going.
Right,
his legend was passed on to LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo, the big head honchos, the next leaders, the next generation of the NBA.
But isn't that exactly
Transformer? What did Kobe do wrong?
Because what Bruce was saying, during this time, his influence, I don't need to see you, Sneed, but his legend was there. The Mamba mentality was as strong as ever.
But these players don't care about the Mamba mentality. It violates their conveniences.
Players. I like how you put that. Players. I'm okay with you saying players.
Right.
I'm not okay with just everybody wants to point at LeBron all of a sudden.
Okay, so let's
can't pinpoint one person.
Okay, so let's do it this way. So we're not going to give LeBron all the credit that these people want to give him either then, right?
For what? Give me something. Because you said we. I want to see what I gave him all the credit for.
Okay. I was using we as a general term. I'm also including a general term for everybody, right? Because we always hear LeBron has done so much for the game. LeBron has lifted up the game. LeBron has given the game so much. LeBron this, LeBron that, right? So credit, right? So fine. If we can't criticize, he can't get credit. Can we do that?
You can criticize.
I won't criticize him anymore.
You can
as long as I don't got to hear the credit. Can we do that?
No. You have to continue to criticize. That's okay.
No.
Everybody can get criticized. Kobe gets criticized. Jordan gets criticized.
If we can't point at LeBron, then we can't raise up LeBron either. Is that fair? That's all.
I got you. I got you, Bruce.
Okay. You're talking to them, not me. Apparently, is that what you're saying?
I want to see. You know.
I'm just saying you're talking to them, not me.
I'm just
because I never said LeBron lifted up the game so much and so high.
No, I didn't hear you say that.
Every generation has their level of where they place the game. Mm-hmm. Every generation, from Jerry West to Wilt Chamberlain to Magic Johnson to Michael Jordan to Kobe Bryant to LeBron James. Everybody changes the game in some way, in some form or fashion. Another generation is not going to like it.
Mm-hmm.
Another generation is not going to like it. What do you think the old heads always say about the next generation? Boy, I bet Jordan would hold a candle to Wilt Chamberlain. Don't they say that?
Mm-hmm.
Boxing. Boy, that boy Floyd wouldn't hold a candle to Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard did not Floyd.
Sugar Ray Leonard wouldn't hold a candle to Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali wouldn't hold a candle to Rocky Marciano.
There they go. There they go.
It's always going to be the next generation will somehow catch some slack that the previous generation is just not going to like.
So
it happens.
I don't even think it's just about that. Okay. Let's try this. It's not
nobody's blaming the NBA. I'm waiting on somebody to blame the NBA for this too.
Hold on. I'm going to include myself here because I always get called this, an old head hater, right? So I'll say this. You can, not you being you can call me an old head hater, say, oh, I'm just hating on the next generation. I'm hating on Bron. But the fact is, the next generation, which followed my generation of the NBA, right? LeBron's generation, etc. Cool. The fact is, we can definitively prove the fall off in the popularity of the sport domestically, not globally, domestically. That's easy enough to prove. The ratings prove it. The fact that the NBA is consistently having to come up with all these different machinations to try and push the All-Star game and get people interested and getting guys to compete proves it. So this is not old head haters hating on the All-Star game. It was better back in my day, boy.
That's at least 50% the fault of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least.
I can agree with that.
At least 50. I mean, the players play, and then the owners own, and the leadership of the NBA, from the commissioner to all of his staff, they're just slinging crap at the wall and hoping things stick.
Okay, so in this particular case, in the case of the All-Star game, I believe the reason they're doing that is because they're desperately trying to find a way to make it relevant again, because they don't want to see it go the way of the Pro Bowl. But see where they rewarded
the players with more money.
Well, and you're allowing them to be more lazy.
Here's the problem, Sneed, and Transformer as well. Transformer, you're a business guy. Sneed, you're a smart guy. So you guys both know this, right?
Yeah.
You can't keep making more money, right? Bigger TV deals, etc., and not give the players more money. I totally get what you're saying about guys making more for doing less, but that's just the nature of things. You can't, as an organization, NBA, see your coffers filling more and more, but the players' wages are staying stagnant. Like, you just can't do that. So you have to compensate them, commensurate with, where things are going, right? I'm not a business guy, but I get the basic premise. So you have to do that. So as much as we want to say, yeah, these guys are making a ton of money, the conditions are better, they're not playing as hard, they're not doing as much, blah, blah, blah. All that may be true, but you can't not pay them. So I get what you're saying. But I agree with you on the whole that the NBA made things tougher on themselves by changing the rules and doing all this, blah, blah. That could be a whole nother segment in itself. But in this particular instance of the NBA, the reason why they're throwing stuff at the wall with the All-Star game is because these guys aren't playing hard and they're trying desperately to
I would try to uninvite players. If you have a poor effort in an All-Star game, we can elect you. You can be elected to an All-Star selection, but you're not invited to play in the game.
Wow.
Or the
hang
coach.
out. You come hang out and be on the sideline.
Or you get some headstrong coaches, and once I see bullshit, you're getting pulled.
Man, that would be cool,
we can keep it to the,
I mean, if that could actually be a thing, yeah.
We can keep it to the 2000 era, to where the first half, okay, cokes and jokes, get your dunks, your alley-oops, your flashy passes, and all that stuff out the way. But the second half, now you're playing at the coach's discretion. You're playing at the coach's, just hear me, the coach's discretion.
I like that.
If I see you bullshitting, pull them.
What did the MLB do with the All-Star game? Did you see that, Bruce?
I didn't.
I didn't. I don't follow baseball.
They gave it some weight.
Oh, yeah. They made it so that the winner gets home field. And I've said that for years. The winner gets home field in the World Series. I'm all for that, Transformer. I'm all for that. So if you go back to the East versus West format, NBA All-Star game, and say, hey, the winning team gets home court in the NBA Finals, they'll play hard as hell for that. Agreed. And that would also
because most of those All-Stars have playoff aspirations.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I've said that before, and I agree with it.
Sure. How would they do that, though?
What do you mean, how would they do that?
For the NBA. So the winner of the All-Star game.
Right.
Are we just saying the All-Star MVP?
No. The winning team. So you have to go back to the East-West format, right?
Oh, okay, because I'm thinking about the now. Okay. All right.
Sure.
Got it.
So let's just say hypothetically the East. I'm an East Coast guy, so I'm gonna go East. If the East wins, the East gets.
Or how about this, Bruce?
Home court.
How about this? You give them two options for format. Do you remember 2-3?
2-3-2.
You remember that? Remember that?
2-1-1-1.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then so what if it was like we let the winning team choose the format? They could either have the extra game, or they could choose if they want 2-2-1-1-1, or they want 2-3.
That would be super cool.
You see, give them an option, and then
you got to decide like right away after the
So either way,
so that
the All-Star game
that would be cool,
has extreme ramifications.
Yeah, make it worth something. I'm with that. Now, if the players still don't play after that, I don't know what to say, man.
But I'm saying is, you don't think they'll play
These
defense?
Kids are lazy, bro.
50% of that, 50% of the game is defense.
I think with that much at stake, they would, because like Transformer said, at that point, coaches will really be trying to push for. Because think about it, the All-Star coach is the best coach in that conference.
Yeah.
So chances are that coach will have a number 2 or number 1 seed. So they like, hell, shoot, I'm trying to be at home in the final.
The game is loaded with players that are going to be in the second round of the playoffs, the semifinal, the quarterfinal, whatever, the final.
Correct.
It's Joker, it's KD, it's SGA. If I'm talking West Coast, East Coast, it's Cade, it's
Donovan Mitchell.
It's
Jaylen Brunson.
So these guys are going to have a vested interest in competing fiercely for the duration of the game, and you're going to get the best version of them that you possibly could in an All-Star game.
Right.
Yeah. And you can make it even better. Get your bullshit out the way in the first half. Second half, clock start. Score starts 0-0.
Right.
So 0-0. Now these postseason what am I saying? Ramifications? Yeah, ramifications apply. Now you guys are playing, because the first half you can make that for the fans, the fandom. What does Steph Curry love to do? Shoot the ball from 50. Dame Lillard, shoot the ball from 50. Go out and have your fun. Your flashy dunks, all of that. But that second half, coaches, players, you guys are playing for something now.
I want to see.
Let's make this a true ramification to where now your postseason is in jeopardy.
I want to see coaches calling timeout to advance the ball because they're down by 1 possession. I want to see it like a regular game, just with the best players that the game has.
Olympic style. Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are playing for Olympic status.
For sure. I mean, we can go back to that 03 where Iverson and Marbury was like going back and forth for the East, and Kobe is single-handedly carrying the West. Like, Kobe hit a long freaking jumper with Mutombo in his face. I don't know how he saw the rim. I don't know how he got that over top of Mutombo. Yeah, for sure. Water. And then Marbury came down, hits the 3. But the point is, like, that competition, man, that's what's missing. That's what's missing. And,
But again, this is at fault of this is why I just can't blame one person. The league has to accept a boatload of this responsibility.
I'm cool with that. But I'm not going to absolve the guy that so many people tell me has been the face for the last 2 decades, and the guy that supposedly has done so much for the league. Well, you can't have it both ways.
I will agree if I saw his play equal that.
Okay.
But
if I saw the play equal that.
But the players are not saying we need to do better for the fans. Nobody's saying that. There is not a single player saying we need to do better. They are not.
Don't you think if LeBron came out and said that, it would carry weight?
Bruce, you know this about me, Transformer. I think I mentioned on the show. I listen to the CEOs speak at these earnings conferences.
Yes, yeah, you do.
Okay, and these reports.
You got to every time you're playing.
Yeah, and every time they drop the ball, there's always we need to do better.
Yeah, for
there's
sure.
Accountability, at least publicly, the perception they're trying to relay that there's an accountability factor. There is not a single player saying we need to do better. They keep saying the same thing.
Right.
Why do we have to care so much?
Yeah. A couple years ago.
That's what KD said. Why do I have to care so much? These other guys don't care. It's deflection.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, bro. I'm telling you that my position is Adam Silver is culpable. The NBA is culpable. They're the half of this. The other half is players saying, we don't care about this. We want to kick it. It's time off for us. They're telling you they don't care. And they're asking you, why do you want us to care so bad? That is a massive rift. We're telling you to care. You're telling us you don't want to care.
You're supposed to care at the very least for the bragging rights over your peers. And after that, you're supposed to care because you want to put on a show for us.
Their values don't align with the fans. Players' values do not. There's a disconnect. I told you this was going to come full circle. I told you it was going to come full circle. Here we are, bro.
No, I feel you. No, that's good. We heard when they asked Ant Edwards, do you think it's ever going to change?
Can you go back to that Ant Edwards footage and just hit pause at any time while he's talking? And his face, it is telling you, why are you bothering me with this?
Yeah, it's like 45 seconds.
That is blatant disregard.
Mm-hmm.
You were part of that the Paris Olympics, very intense gold medal game. Do you think with this world versus USA format that level of intensity can be duplicated in any way?
No.
Tell us why.
Tell you why. I mean, that was the Olympics. Yeah. And it's just that simple, yeah.
To Timothy Parker, question. Everybody's talking about how the All-Star game is not as competitive as it used to be. Is that something that's on your mind? Are y'all going to give more effort this year, or is it kind of like it is what it is at this point?
Yeah, it is what it is at this point.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bro, that is lifeless responses.
It is.
Look at it.
Like he couldn't even be bothered to answer the questions.
Even those sips of water. There's no water. He's not drinking anything. That is so he doesn't look sillier with that smirk, that Joker smirk. Bro, he does not care.
I can only hope that they putting on a mean poker face.
No, I don't think so, man.
I'm just saying. I can only hope.
Crazy though. And let me add someone else to blame here. That reporter needs to be in the editor's office or whoever his boss is, because the fact that he's like, oh, you think it's just that is what it is. Oh, it is what it is. No follow-up question. Thank you. What? That's it? That's what we get? No follow-up? Nothing? That was terrible. Terrible. Again, I'm not
this was the guy that was supposed to be the next face
out here doing their job. And I'm not, I'm a nobody, like I always say, but I've been in those rooms.
You're a somebody.
Been in those press conferences. That's not how that's supposed to go.
You're a somebody.
Joker wants horses. Luka is out of shape and unconditioned. He's bunny hopping off the floor, turning his ankle. LeBron got sciatica. Brunson, and there's explosions in the Knicks locker room with Cat, and nobody likes him. I got all this craziness happening in the whole association. Mm-hmm. KD wants to just nobody question anything he's ever said or done. The only players who are avoiding any type of strays are the ones that play hard all the time. Nobody says these things about Wemby.
Nope.
Nobody says these things about Alperen Sengun.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's questioning Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
Comes out and he competes every single night. The fighters, the ones that fight every time and compete, don't catch strays. It's these guys smirking at these conferences, defending poor behavior. They're the ones catching the strays.
Yeah. Sad. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's take some calls on this. You ready? Let's hear what people got to say. This was a great topic.
So Reed, why doesn't Anthony Edwards say, I play hard every night. I do every night. I don't deserve this type of criticism. He should say that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he could back it up by actually doing it. In my opinion, Anthony Edwards has done an incredible job becoming a better player over these last couple of years. He's amazing. It's him and Donovan Mitchell. They're the best combo guards in the league.
Agreed.
All he has to say is, You questioning how I play the game? Are you questioning if I'm fighting? That blatant disregard, he's telling you he didn't want to talk to those people.
Yeah, that was terrible. To your point, the body language, the facial expressions, and then you heard in the responses when the first one was like, he's like, no. And he would have just left it right there if they did, okay, tell us why. Which I don't know.
He wasn't even ready to answer a follow-up.
Yeah, he didn't want anything to do with it.
I want the hardworking players to come out and say it. I've been playing this game the way it's supposed to be. I've been doing all the right things. Are you guys questioning my effort? And if they're willing to follow up and say, yes, we question your effort, then it's about to be fireworks.
Facts. Sean, what's good, man?
Man, what's up, Bruce?
Maintain
what's up, Sneed and
what up, bro?
What's happening?
I mean, okay, as far as like the players and their mentality, I mean, Ant-Man is a nice player, but at the same time, he grew up in the NBA. That started to not even care about those type of traditions. You know, they just said like, hey man, I'm just there just in order to get paid or not to get sued type of thing on some more, Marshawn Lynch type of activity. So you know what I mean? Like yeah, I mean they do play a part, but I'm not gonna say they fully on like the entirety of the blame of this. Like they follow things through what they saw from the players that are playing right now, you know. And listen, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and say that every single thing of, as far as LeBron as far as the All-Star game is entirely his fault. But indirectly he brought a mentality that players just like say, hey, I'm just there for the money. I don't care about winning whatever type of championships or playing hard for the fans or whatsoever. I'm just there for the money. He brought that mentality. It's all about just the money. Hey, I could even say James Harden as well. Ironically, isn't it? You know what I mean? The dude talk about how loyalty is overrated, but people continuously drive his net worth, the contract, even when he was playing in Philly. But it's like that type of mentality of the money getters has stripped players from even caring about how to play passion in the game. That that we look at from back then. So that's just me. That's just me.
I appreciate the call, Sean. Thanks so much, man.
No problem.
All right, brother. Coach T, I see you, man. Call back. Yeah, waiting for Coach T. But yeah, overall, I guess we're now wondering, is it ever going to get back? And I have hope. I have hope for it in terms of the next generation, because I do think the upcoming young guys, I think they seem to be wired a little differently. So hopefully it works out that way.
I want to see them just beat up those old guys then.
Maybe they will.
Just go ahead and just pour it on. Just drop.
Yeah.
Drop 30 and a quarter on them or whatever. Yeah.
And I'll say real quick before I let Coach T go here, he's on the line. The other thing I'll say is that I am looking at this thing and I'm saying I don't like that the NBA did this stupid round robin thing. I think if they'd have made it a real USA versus the world, they would have went at each other.
Yeah, because now it's two USA teams.
Yeah. Coach T, what up, man?
Man, I'm going to say this. 100% the blame will get to the freaking commissioner, because that's his job to put the best product out there for the fans. And when you got a commissioner that has no damn spine to hold these players accountable for what the hell they're supposed to do, their basketball, it all falls on his ass. Use my language. So I'm not going to sit up here and blame LeBron James. I'm not going to sit up here and blame all these players. They getting away with. You let the inmates run the asylum, and when you let the inmates run the asylum, they gonna do whatever the heck they want to do. You allow these players to have these massive egos, like they can do whatever they want because they make so much daggone money, and you're not doing your job as a boss of the league and putting these guys in check. Like, David Stern would have never allowed this to happen.
Yeah.
He didn't have to go into the locker room and be like, "Oh, I need you guys to compete tonight."
Right.
Yeah, but the culture was different.
He understood.
Like Adam Silver has promoted a culture of inclusiveness. He doesn't make hard decisions. He wants to include everybody.
Listen to the players of his era. They know, like, oh, if I don't go out here and do my job, I got to hear David Stern's mouth, and he had no problems getting into them players' faces and telling them about themselves.
Not one.
Listen to the players. Ain't not one of them. Adam Silver is like their buddy. They let them get away with it, whatever. And piggyback on LeBron James, I'm like, hey, he's the oldest guy in the group. Yeah, I'm not gonna do a press conference with these dudes. I don't want to be my name. Everything I do, y'all gonna say something about me anyway. So I'm just gonna distance myself and do my own thing.
That's not why he's doing that. You know that. I'm
gonna do my own thing and whatever, because y'all gonna say whatever y'all want to do about me. Y'all gonna associate me with the way these dudes. Look, Brian came in the competitive era. He had to learn some values from KG and those guys when he came in the league. He had to. Now, you see the changing of the guards. These guys come in, they don't give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do whatever they want to do what they want. They sit in the press conferences annoyed because they're being asked questions about their integrity when it's what you put out there.
Mm-hmm.
So force these guys to ask these dang on questions. And if you're a fan and you're looking at this, you're like, bump these dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get a care. I ain't gonna care. I ain't gonna tune in. I ain't gonna invest my money in y'all.
Right.
So the fans gotta stop supporting this garbage if they don't like what they see. It falls on the fans too, because as long as you support it, the more it's going to continue. Like, the customer has the biggest say so in any organization in business one-on-one. If the customer is not happy and they don't invest in your product, the company will have to reevaluate themselves because they are not going to lose their customer base. So at the end of the day, it falls on the customers too. Not enough people are not tuning in. Like, you saw how dead the arena was last night?
When you say dead, do you mean like no life, like lifeless?
There was no life in the audience last night.
There were people.
I've never seen that.
There were people, but
no, it used to be hype, man. People used to be like, I'm coming in for All-Star Saturday night, because that's the best. That's supposed to be the best night. That's what separates the NBA from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
All-Star Saturday night. And All-Star Saturday night last night was dead. I'm like, the atmosphere is all messed up. It starts.
We're gonna blame the fans. The fans are the problem. They need to recalibrate their expectations and expect less.
There you go.
I'm not saying this 100%. I'm not saying this all the fans. Well, I'm saying, like, if you're upset at the product that you're paying for, stop paying for it.
Stop supporting it.
No. The players are saying that the fans need to stop. The players are saying those questions, the way they're being answered by those players, they're telling you they don't care. We just need to expect less.
There's stuff behind the scenes regarding that too. These guys 100% coming up love basketball. There was a disconnect that happened that made them have the attitude that they have. And they 100% have to go into the responsibility of the league. Like, these dudes can just wake up one morning and say, okay, because I'm making $50 million playing basketball no more. No. You love basketball, you're going to play that whether you're making $50 million or $2 million. You are going to go out there and hoop. They don't want to hoop. There's something behind the scenes that we don't know about that's going on in the league, which is disconnecting these sensitive players from playing basketball. And it can't be because the media is saying this, man. That's always been that way in professional sports. Like, the league has to address But at the end of the day, they're still employees of the NBA. They have to address why we have a disconnect with our employees. That comes from management. The higher ups need to reevaluate why your employees have a disconnect. If, as you guys see, and you pointed out on your show, that there's a disconnect, the players don't even want to play. So the company as a whole needs to figure out why my employees don't want to do their job. And you got to make a business decision, because these hungry guys out here that don't have it will love to hoop. It's just the audience not going to support them because they don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Hello?
I like it.
Yeah. No,
I like it. Yeah, we listening, bro. You speak so far. We didn't want to interrupt you.
Right. You was cooking.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's just like we got to stop with this. Everything's LeBron James's fault, and actual do the work, do the legwork, do the research, figure out what is the root cause. It's got to be something with the NBA institution as a whole as to why the players feel the way that they do. There's a disconnect there that has to be addressed first. One thing I give to the women, at least when they weren't happy, they let everybody know about it.
Yeah.
The men are doing it a totally different way, that they're not happy, and they're just like, fuck it, I just won't do it. Excuse my language again. But I give kudos to the women. At least they vocal enough, like, I'm not happy, and this is why, and y'all need to do something about it.
Yeah.
So something is making these men. The men are unhappy. The Euro's like, I don't care, and
that's funny.
And there's a disconnect, because you cannot tell me these Euro players are better than the Americans.
No.
Like, these dudes are dogs, but there's a reason why they're not giving Max Everett. Like, you take them to the Olympics and you crap on two of your top players who just won a championship at the time. That's the organization. That's not the players. That's the NBA organization. That's the politics with you letting your sponsors tell you what to do. You let Nike dictate this, that, and the third. It's not. It's the organization. Like, this is just my opinion. It's just sometimes organizations get so big that they lose focus on what got them there in the first place. They start looking at all the money and success they got, and they're like, oh, I got to make sure this continues so I can still live this lifestyle. And they forget about what got them there in the first place. And I feel like the NBA done got so big and so global that they're forgetting how they got there in the first place. And I'm not going to say they're mistreating their employees, but they're not treating them as they did 10 and 15, 20 years ago, because they value their players. So that disconnect has to be addressed. The men are not going to come out and say it, but the women will.
Right.
So that's the main thing about the dub. There's no secret as to why they're pissed off. But I'm gonna say that. But I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna let y'all continue the show, because I'm just yapping. But the men are clearly unhappy. They're not saying why, for fear of whatever. And that got to be addressed if things are going to get better. That's all I got to say.
No doubt, man. I appreciate the call, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you for finally letting me in. And
pause.
And I'm gonna tell you this, Bruce. It's gonna piss you off. You're gonna hang up on me. But there's no Notre Dame Fighting Irish that you ever had in your seat that's going to be better than the big three of Troy Polamalu, Ronnie Lott, and Marcus Allen. Goodbye.
Shout out Juju Watkins. I mean, that's
fight on.
Fight on. There we go. We're going. It's this one for USC, Sneaky. Fight on.
You saw how he did that, right? Right, with the torch thing, right, or the sword or whatever fight on. You see how he did that though? He tried to throw that out real quick and then
right as he exited. Right.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna do the research on that. He messed up. But what's up, Chief?
What's up, boy? You know what? I tell you what their problem is, man. They don't have rivalries anymore. Like, you know, they don't have them to, you know, like when it comes to Notre Dame, I want Bruce to suffer. When it comes to Army Navy games, every time he got to salute me on there, I get happy. So we just don't have that no more. You got
talk that shit.
There you go.
Yeah, you want to beat them. You want to crush them. Like Michael and Isaiah, they still hate each other.
Talk.
They hate each other. I hate the Celtics.
That's kind of unhealthy, bro. That Zeke and Jordan thing's a little weird at this point, though, honestly, bro.
No, but I'm just saying that's how competitive you want stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like sports fitness rant because he always goes on about Mike. I take him over to the LeBron debate. I wouldn't take no yo and do pull ups. I destroy him.
Yes.
That's the kind of mentality these guys gotta have. We don't have rivalries. We don't have no hatred. You know.
Yeah, different era, man. Different era.
It's a different era, but I think we need to reestablish that because you know everybody's friends. No, if we friends, I want to be the friend that beats you and make you suffer.
Right.
Now you got to try to come back and beat me.
Yeah, listen, that's
how Draymond Green hasn't called LeBron a bitch in a long time, bro. What happened to those days?
Coincidentally, since right after he signed with Blood.
Right. But
whole tone changed up.
Hey, I didn't actually
can't call your boss a lot of B words.
Yeah, Draymond was like, my bad. I think you guys misheard me. I didn't say bitch. I said rich. He's rich.
You were rich.
But that was a highly competitive game, though.
Yes, for sure.
It was competitive. So after he called the B word, then LeBron finna go out and get 40. Draymond finna shoot 30 when he comes back. So these guys do not have rivalries. They don't have the rivalries built. It's, you know, blase. You got.
How dare you have expectations? Stop it, Chief. Don't do it.
No. See, these guys, man, they need to, you know, coaches. Well, that's another thing. Coaches don't have any power.
I don't think that's ever going to change, man.
Well, unless you Doc Rivers. Apparently, Doc Rivers got hella power.
Yeah, he don't got power over the players. He just got power to survive. The last coach that really had power was Pop.
Yeah, but I'm just saying those type of, you know, but those coaches they challenge you, and when those coaches challenge you, you go out there and challenge the other guys. These guys, they ain't like me. They ain't built like me, boy. You know, I want to beat people so bad, man. I just be like Ice-T in New Jack City. That's all I'm gonna say.
I know what you're talking about. I want to kill you so bad.
It's making my hard. Like, whoa, so aggressive.
That's the greatest. That might be the greatest pause ever. That one was terrible.
Oh man, but you like pause. You felt that. Yeah, like that's how much anger he had in his heart. Like, I want to so bad.
But I think,
my God,
we have to get the rivalry set. I don't care if we're a Lakers Celtics game. I don't know, but finagle something so these guys can hate each other.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Coach T, we got not Coach T, Chief. My bad, Chief.
All right.
You better be respectful.
Right, yeah, man. Thank you so much for the call. I appreciate you.
It's all right.
All right, man.
Chief, before you go.
Yes, sir.
We were speaking of the finest of Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish and Skylar Diggins, the finest of the UFC Trojans. I just want to thank you for being a part of the finest Americans Navy.
I'm happening in the live chat right now.
All right. The world's finest Navy.
Look at me.
Wait a minute.
I'm the captain now.
Guess what, Bruce?
What up, Chief?
You're going to keep reliving that packed ride of what he says. Team of me.
Team of me. The disease of me.
The disease of me.
All right, Chief, man. We appreciate it, man. All right, brother. All right, team. So we are going to leave it right there, man. This was a great show. I'm so glad all you guys tuned in. We had some fantastic discussions today, kind of getting away from the normal, okay, this team beat that team or X's and O's, and really having some more higher level discussion, man. We appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Thanks so much. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And we know if you're watching a show like this, you talk sports with the other people in your orbit. Make sure you share this with them. We appreciate it. And we out. Peace.
Scholar